Hey guys, John here from StrongerRunner and PodiumRunner.com, and in this video today we're going to go over 3 exercises to strengthen your hamstrings, part 2. Alright, so last year I wrote an article and made a video for Podium Runner called 3 exercises to strengthen your hamstrings. I'll put a link in this corner here if you haven't seen that video before. The exercises included a Romanian deadlift, a hamstring curl with an exercise ball, and a assisted Nordic hamstring curl. So again, because the hamstrings cross 2 joints, they cross the hip joint and the knee joint, they help extend the hip, they also help flex the knee. But when running, they actually help stabilize the knee joint by acting in a more isometric contraction. So what you'll notice when you run is that the knee joint actually doesn't change drastically during ground contact, but it does as you propel yourself off the floor during toe off. So in this video today, I'm going to teach you 3 different hamstring exercises, one that extends the hip, one that flexes the knee, and another one that focuses on a isometric contraction, which actually is quite difficult. All right, so the first exercise is a single arm staggered stance kettlebell swing. So this is a hip dominant version of a exercise that challenges the hip extensors. So the hamstrings are included in this exercise as well as the groin and the glutes. So what you want to do is stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. You're going to slide 1 foot back. So in this case, because of the video demo that I took, you're going to step your right foot, slide it back until your toes are in line with the heel of your left foot. You're going to hold a kettlebell in your left hand, bow through your hip joint, soften your knees, keep your back flat, and keep your ribs stacked above your pelvis, so don't arch your back excessively. Hold the kettlebell with your left hand in front of your body. You're going to have your right hand held back as if you're going to be preparing for a vertical jump. Pull the kettlebell like a hike pass in between your legs, and then stand explosively. You're going to snap your hips forward, you're going to get as tall as you can, and while this happens, the kettlebell will soar upwards. It will reach a horizontal position with the ground, meaning that your arm that is holding the kettlebell, your left arm, will be parallel with the floor. Your right arm will flow through and match the timing of the left arm as it sails upward. At the top of this position, you should squeeze your glutes. That'll ensure that you have a slight pelvic tilt in the posterior position at the top of the swing. And again, like I said, your head will be stacked above your ribs and your ribs will be stacked above your pelvis. Let the kettlebell float down before you bow to receive the kettlebell in preparation for the next rep. Notice that the hamstrings stretch as you bow to receive the weight. Upon the longest stretch at the bottom of the position, your back will be just above parallel with the floor, and then what you're going to do is stand again repeatedly as fast as you can. Again, at the top of each swing, get really tall, stack your head above your shoulders, above your hips, and squeeze your glutes. You'll do this for every rep. You're going to do 10 reps before you switch sides, and then in this sort of idea of a workout, you could do anywhere from 3 to 5 total sets per side. One mistake that people normally make with a kettlebell swing is that they arch their backs excessively at the top of the swing to try to get the bell higher. So what I like to coach is that the bell will stop at chest level, and what I want you to notice is that you have to squeeze your glutes at the top of the swing in order to stop yourself from continually leaning backwards. So this is pretty common, like I said, so don't arch your lower back at the top of the swing to get the bell up. Again, the bell should be flown up with the hip extension component of this exercise. There will be no back extension with this exercise. The next exercise that I like to use to train hamstrings and runners is the glute ham raise. Now, many of you might not have access to a glute ham developer, which is a machine that you can do a glute ham raise exercise with. So I found a way that you can do a glute ham raise with a BOSU at home, if you have one at home, and all you need there is the BOSU pumped up so that it's fairly firm and a wall behind you. So the first exercise that I'll go through is the glute ham raise as if you had the glute ham developer. So what you want to do is set up the machine so that when you put your feet inside the machine, the distance between the foot platform and the round pad is a little bit larger than the length of your shin bone. This will allow you to push your toes into the foot platform, which will then dig your knees and thigh, your lower thighs, into that round padding. Your heels will be off the foot platform, your body will be stacked. So again, head above ribs, ribs above pelvis. Don't arch your lower back. And in this exercise, let your tailbone poke out slightly before you go down into the glute ham raise. Next, you're gonna slowly lower yourself over the round padding. Your thighs will travel forward on the round pad as your knees straighten out. You're gonna notice a great demand already in the hamstrings, in behind the knee, and in the calves, because your calves are still gonna be engaged as you push your feet into the platform. You're gonna reach a position, hopefully, where you're gonna be roughly parallel with the floor. And what I like to teach clients, pretend like you're getting shot out of a cannon. So after you reach this elongated position, you want to push your toes into the platform to grip your calves so that the hamstrings can contract against a stable base. You're going to slide back down the padding as you return to that upright position while you flex at the knee joint. With this exercise, again, another mistake that people normally make is that they arch their lower backs excessively. So just make sure that your tailbone stays in that kind of poked out position and you keep your ribs stacked above your pelvis. So again, another mistake is that people arch their backs excessively on the way up. So if you do that with every rep and you can't fix it, this version of a hamstring exercise might be too difficult for you. So just be aware that you need to keep your abs engaged to keep your ribs down. That's another way to think about not extending excessively in the lumbar spine. Now, if you were to do this exercise in a workout, I recommend anywhere from 3 to 5 sets of anywhere from 3 to 12 reps, depending on your current ability. Now, if you were to do this exercise with a BOSU on at home with a wall behind you, you can set up the BOSU so that, again, it's just at a distance a little bit longer than your shin bones. You're going to kneel on the edge of the dome, so you flatten out the edge of the dome, and you're putting your knee pressure on the dome so that the BOSU doesn't move around. You're going to dig your forefoot and your toes into the wall to dig your knees into the BOSU. Next, get in that tall position again, have your hands at your sides, and then lower yourself over the round dome. You're going to straighten out your legs, and again, have that sensation like you're getting shot out of a cannon. Go as far as you can comfortably, dig your toes into the wall to dig your knees into the BOSU to create that stable base again, contract your hamstrings, and then bring yourself back up to that starting position. Same rules apply here, don't overarch your back. And the last exercise that we're gonna go over is a single leg hamstring bridge with foam roller oscillation. Now I need to give credit to David Gray, which is a physical therapist in Ireland, where I learned this exercise. I've never seen this version before, but I have seen a single leg hamstring bridge where you might place your foot on a bench or something that's quite stable, but this version definitely takes the challenge up a notch. What you wanna do here is line your back with your leg slightly bent. You want to put that foot on top of a foam roller. You want to put your forefeet on the foam roller, lift your heel high, so you're pointing your toes away from you. Your knee will be soft, and you want to achieve a knee angle that you would have when you land when running. Bring your opposite knee into your body. As you do so, you're going to tuck your pelvis in slightly. So if you have your right foot on the foam roller, you're going to dig your left elbow down to activate your lat. And what this is going to do, it's going to help activate the posterior oblique sling, which is a sling that connects your opposite shoulder to your opposite hip. So we're going to get the left lat tied in with the right glute and hamstring, because that's what we're challenging with the right foot on the foam roller. All right, so the next thing you need to do is push your right forefoot into the foam roller to lift your hips up in the air 2 to 3 inches. This might feel like you're not able to do it, but just give it a try. Push down on the roller to lift your hips up. Now, you have one of 2 options here. Some people might find this version, just this position, super hard. So just hold this position as long as you can. Some people might only last 3 to 5 seconds. Some people can work their way up to what I suggest of a 45-second hold. If you find that too easy, you can then do the next challenge, which is the oscillation part of the movement, where you take your foot and you bend your knee to pull the roller forward and back only a couple inches. You're going to notice a large demand on the hamstring in behind the knee and the upper calf to hold this position. Always keep your heel high, so you're always pointing your toes down, and this will tie in the calf with the hamstring and the way that it works when you land with each running stride. If you can do the oscillation, try to build yourself up to do a 45-second set per side. When doing this as a workout, I suggest 3 to 4 total sets. So there you go, guys. There are 3 new hamstring exercises that you can try in your workouts. We have a hip extension focused version, a knee flexion focused version, and then a knee isometric version. So 3 different functions of the hamstrings that we're going to target with these exercises today. If you have any questions about the exercises, you can leave them in the comment section below. If this is your first time here and you're new to seeing me and my channel, this is Stronger Runner, and we make videos to help you become a faster and stronger runner. Please subscribe to build up our community and share this video with a fellow running friend or a running group so that they can also benefit from the information in this video. If you want to keep watching videos that'll help you become a faster and stronger runner, here is my latest video here. And on this side is our strength training for running playlist. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.